The Lakers begin the game with the basketball. Great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans or they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the entire world. The most Twitter followers of all the teams in the NBA.
LeBron James, good start. He's made his first shot. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that this young man is 16 years in the NBA, has not had one bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the respect of the game. That's what LeBron James brings to the table when you think about basketball. You respect the game, you get the benefits.
Inside, he scores.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
McGee punching it home with the putback slam.
JaVale has such a good nose around the basket until he doesn't.
What are you saying there, Jay?
It's 50-50 sometimes, Ed.
Well, hopefully it's half glass full in this regard. From the painted area, won't go down. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. It's good. And one.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Jusuf Nurkic trying to cash in on the three-point play. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. Free throw up and good, and the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, each won just 1 with the Lakers. Elgin Baylor didn't win any. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans because when you see the likes of Kobe or Michael Jordan, they won all their championships in the same city. That still does not take away from the overall greatness.
Tons of contact. Throws it down.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Lillard to Nurkic. The pass set it all up. Lakers at the controls right now. James. A pass stolen by Portland. Big finish at the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
To Caldwell Pope. Missed a wide open look. McCollum. And he finishes at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Ball to James. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Trailblazers with the basketball.
Screen coming left, screen coming left.
Lillard, deep right corner to McCollum. Going to launch beyond the arc, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
CJ. He continues to make a case as a Pantheon shooter. There are only 3 players. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. LeBron James, he's now 5 for 6.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Count the basket inside.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Portland's got it. Sizing up the defense. Easy path to the rim.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Across the timeline comes James. They're down 3. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds. With the agilities of a guard, he can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
To Nurkic. Gets a look. Can't hit. Jay, last year the Lakers 35 and 47, but that was before the King headed out west. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
West is loaded, so if you don't get over 50, if you're in the playoffs.
I think the Lakers will probably be a 6th seed. Yes, they will be in the playoffs this year.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Ball to Beasley. Knocked loose, and that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. James to Josh Hart. A bad pass there. Blazers have it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Seth Curry trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. The free throw good. Caps off the 3-point play. The lead is 4. Lakers ball.
I got him. Here we go.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Seth Curry. Oh, I missed a short one there. LeBron into the front court. Shot clock's off as they try to get a little closer.
2 points. The assist from number 23, LeBron James.
Michael Beasley sends it away. Second block in this quarter. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Knocks down the first.
It's like practice.
Goes 2 for 2. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's good to beat the buzzer. He got it off just in time. So count the basket, and they're back within striking distance at the end of the first quarter. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
I don't know if I'm watching an all-star game or a regular season game, because I'm telling you right now, Ed, if it was the regular season, which it is, by the way, you probably want to see some teams play some defense.
The shot, almost. Caldwell Pope couldn't keep it in. Off Contavious Caldwell Pope. Jay, how does Portland bounce back from the disappointment losing in 4 to New Orleans last year?
Well, you need your stars to shine the brightest in the biggest moments, and we did not see that from their 2 stars in that first-round series against the Pelicans. And when you think about the West overall, think about this. Houston Golden State will be great. Denver and OKC, they will be hungrier and healthy. Utah, better defensively. San Antonio, they upgraded from 9 games with Kawhi Leonard to a full season with DeMar DeRozan. Oh, and by the way, the Lakers have LeBron James. So these 2 stars need to be great and great all the time.
Fires the 3. Rebound LeBron. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And this kid has a chance to be a Laker great. Went from averaging 9 points his rookie year to 16 in his sophomore campaign. Brandon Ingram is a name that you need to recognize.
To Seth Curry. Oh, had him going there for a second. Brandon Ingram with a piece. Second block in this quarter.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Damian Lillard. Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 7, JaVale McGee.
James to Josh Hart. Gets a shot up off the mark.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. A lot of contact. No whistle. To Caldwell Pope. James to Caldwell Pope. Here's a chance from long range. Unbothered. Josh Hart hits the three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Driving right to the basket. Got to the rim but couldn't finish. James into the front court. His team on top by 8. And the rebound taken in by the Blazers. Seth Curry to Lillard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Damian Lillard at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. LeBron James with the rock. Inside, he scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And the rebound comes down to Portland. Over to the right side. They get it down to...
Oh, no! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. McCollum. C.J. McCollum. He's 2 for 2 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
49 wins for the Trailblazers last year. That was good for 3rd in the West. Jay, what's your projection for this season?
Well, the projection is that they can't afford to stumble out of the gates, which they've done over the last couple of seasons. Actually, each of the last 3 seasons, this team has gone on a mid-season tear to make the playoffs, just like we saw last season. Unfortunately, I think this team is stagnant to a certain degree. They have great talent, but I don't think they have the pieces to win in the gauntlet of the West.
With the step back.
Lonzo Ball is so different. There's something special about a player that can always deliver the ball on time and on target. Let me break that down for you. The on-time part means the ball isn't delivered 1 second too late or 1 second too early, but at the perfect time for you to go right into your shot or make a play. The on-target aspect means that the ball is either delivered right in the pocket for a shooter or for a big, it hits you right in the chest so you can go up for a slam. With his head constantly on a swivel, it's safe to say that Lonzo Ball is already an elite passer.
To the rim. Flushes down the slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
And you can't lunge like that.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
For the Lakers, number 2, Lonzo Ball. And number 12, Tyson Chandler.
And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Damian Lillard at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Lonzo controls the offense. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Lillard to McCollum. Down low for Leonard. Leaves Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
The shot blocked by Nurkic.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
McCollum to Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock winding down. C.J. McCollum. 3 for 3 in this first half.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It's Portland ball. Lillard to Nurkic. Nothing going here on that drive. Probing the defense.
AJ is a guy that doesn't get the respect that he deserves on a nationwide level. 3 straight seasons averaging over 20 points per game. He's a guy that's automatically in range once he leaves the car entering the stadium.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Add 2 points to the board.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To McCollum. The drive, right to the basket, and draws the foul.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
C.J. McCollum at the line. First free throw is good.
For Portland, number 1, Evan Turner.
And he makes them both. Deep 3 at the buzzer. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Lakers have themselves a tie after 2 quarters of action, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets. Trailblazers will start the 3rd quarter with a tie on the scoreboard. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
The chosen one most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Trailblazers take over. JaVale McGee sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Ball into the front court. His group now down 2. Blazers come away with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Short jumper won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Ball with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Kyle Kuzma. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
McCollum to the basket, but he's unable to finish. Lillard. McCollum to Nurkic. Oh, Yusuf Nurkic. 3 for 6 now.
And Nurkic seems like one of those enigmatic bigs. At times when he does well on the offensive end, he's really engaged defensively, which is why they probably call him the Bosnian Beast. But oftentimes when he doesn't play well offensively, he's disengaged defensively, which makes you think he's not even... Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. McCollum. Lonzo.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
That's out. Last touch by Josh Hart. Portland has the ball.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
Lillard to Nurkic. Oh, Yusuf Nurkic. 4 out of 7.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Hart to Ball. And count the basket.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
Lillard. Shot from the lane won't go. Layup goes down. Well done.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Lillard to Nurkic. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect from in close. Deep two there, won't go. Damian Lillard. D has got it. Damian Lillard not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
Trailblazers with the basketball. Lillard to Nurkic. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. And the finish on the nice step through.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Ball with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. Here comes the screen. Ball. A pass stolen by Portland.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Portland's got it. To Seth Curry. Work it down to Nurkic.
2 minutes remaining.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
LeBron with it up top. His guys now trailing by a point. Throws it down.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kyle Kuzma able to recover with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Seth Curry, great feed, sets it up. Inside, he scores.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
James to Caldwell Pope. That shot turned away by Nurkic.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Kuzma to Ball. Not that time. Seth Curry to Nurkic. Can't miss those. To James. Has a chance. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. To Nurkic. The jumper's off the mark. LBJ with it. Straight on 3 at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Ball to Beasley. Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
It's Portland ball. And counted at the rim.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Nothing going here on that drive. Ball. And a throwdown.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Ball to Beasley. They love this hustle. Nurkic. Count it.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Los Angeles, they have it.
Here we go. My ball.
Has a look. Ball shot off the mark. To Seth Curry. Nice pass to get things going.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
From the painted area, won't go down. Lonzo with it. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. To Seth Curry. For three, that's off the side of the rim, short. Ball to Beasley. Works it up top. Gets it in the right corner. Trying to cash in. Shot by Ball, no good. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a two-point basketball game. Changes coming from both sides right now.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
Wide open look, won't go. To Beasley. In the slam.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Trailblazers take over. Caldwell Pope. Tough make through traffic.
You hear a lot of talk about Donovan Mitchell, but Kyle Kuzma is probably one of the biggest surprises in the draft last year. Averaging around 16 points per game and became an all-rookie first team after being drafted 27th overall.
And he'll head to the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Here's Leonard at the line. And hits the first free throw.
Into the game for the Lakers.
Able to convert on both free throws. Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Knocked loose. Kuzma. Down to 5 on the 24. Second effort, working it outside. That's blocked by Kawhi.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Portland has the ball. Got it.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
No excuse to not be a little bit more physical there on the defensive end. Needed that stop.
Lillard. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Kuzma driving, but his shot won't go. Oh, emphatic slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a T.
Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go up two legs and expect the contact.
Curling inside. Lonzo Ball pins it. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Trailblazers with the basketball. Lillard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Caldwell Pope. Oh, that's tough. Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Caldwell Pope. It's James. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And he's going to the free throw line. First one goes down. Second and 3, got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Portland's got it. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
first down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. James. That's good D. Shot no good. It's the Trailblazers who get the victory as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Trailblazers
got the win in a nail-biter.
They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Portland Trailblazers. The Lakers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today. Check out the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Los Angeles Lakers. See y'all next time.